Hello YouTube, WittyButter here, and we are back in Pokémon Flora Sky. In this episode, we're gonna do some stuff, and then some other stuff, and then one more other thing, and then we're gonna stop. Yeah, I've just summarised every episode of this series. Right, anyway, this series we're going to, well, this series? Sorry, anyway, this episode, we're gonna, finish looking around this place. Then we are going to go back to where we were. Yes, more backtracking. And then we're going to get across a really long route. Again. So, you know, at least there's lots of action if you like to see me defeating trainers with Pamela's awesomeness. So, yeah. Anyway, let's just move on and get through this all. The reason I've kept in a bit of shopping, which you're about to see, for some reason lots of maids in bars attack you, don't know why. Anyway, I have kept this in because lava cookies are important. One, they heal any status condition any status condition. They're essentially full heals, really cheap full heals, which is great. But in a later thing, they become quite important, and I don't really want to come back here. So I'm just buying a few now, and saving them for them. You'll find out later. I don't want to spoil stuff, you know what I'm like. Anyway, that big building there, although it looks important, it's not even slightly important. It's just full of boringness. Yes, boringness is a thing now. Okay, and now it's time that we have to backtrack. Or do we? Well, I do, you don't. But I do have to activate teleportation powers. Amazing, yes? Yes. Well, yeah, I think it worked a bit better this time, considering I was actually still going in the right direction. So, that's a start. Yeah, we had to come back all the way back here to get rid of these Azurill. Ugh. You might also remember that there were Azurill before, in a much older episode. Those were actually blocking the way to the Elite Four. So, yeah, the secret potion comes into play over there as well. We still can't get to the Elite Four now, because there are still other stuff blocking our way, aside from Azurill. But, you know, it's a step on the right path. That's what matters. Progress. Yeah. Anywho, we have a Zangoose, which is now gone. Well, that was quick. And it's a Viper. This guy has both. Now, interestingly, in the, well, I guess it's Pokemon lore, Zangoose and Viper are arch enemies. And I don't know if it was, I guess it would be deliberate for Sky to give this trainer both of them. I guess. I don't know. It makes sense to me if he did, but I can't know for sure. I mean, who can? Except for Sky, of course. Or Sky's friends who can ask him. Moving on, I got a PP up. And we're actually going to use a couple PP ups now. Because I don't think Secret Power has enough PP. And I keep running out a lot, especially on routes like this that are long and full of trainers. Yeah, and I don't want to keep running out, because running out is bad. That's a hint that we can use Secret Power on grass as well, to make different kinds of Secret Base, which I might show you eventually. That is a rock climb wall, just showing exactly what it looks like. Well, this is my secret winning spot. You stop butting in. Anyway, sorry, a little bit of chit chat between me and the lumps of numbers. Let's take down her Pokemon to prove that this is my winning area. And we win here. We win like Charlie Sheen. Yeah. That's right, I can make meme references. Cindy? Why is it spelt with a Y? Okay, no, don't question names. Maybe her parents were like hippies. I mean, I guess that she would be lucky not to be named something like Rainbow Sparkles or something. Rainbow sparkles. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Well, I'm actually going to keep that evolution scene in. I'll admit, because I can, that I did miss it during editing, but you haven't seen one in a while, so yeah, there it is. So yeah, I'm sorry. I make mistakes, I'm not perfect, you know. As anyone who watches these episodes know, I make lots and lots of mistakes. But that's fine, it's fine. It's a learning process, and no one's perfect at anything. So we can just look past it and move on with our winning streak. Yeah, that's an important lesson in life. Just look past mistakes and keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Anyway, we've got Skarmory. Skarmory is a steel flying. I think we've been through it before, but it's here now because it is. So yeah. Yet again, showing that I cannot deal with steel types that well, aside from using Super Fang. So yeah. Oh, interesting note. Horsey level 5 in this generation, third generation, and generation 1 and 2, of course. All eggs that hatch, well, the Pokemon that come out the eggs, of course, will be level 5, not level 1. Yeah. I much prefer the level 1 thing, because yeah, even when I was actually into the metagame and stuff, I never trained my Pokemon using Pokésav or anything. I never cheated to get my Pokemon. I always quite liked the process of training and getting better and stuff, and yeah, it was nice. I like the idea of being able to see your progress. Like, it gives you more of a sense of achievement than just winning a battle alone. It's like, in Generation 5, for instance, there's a guy, one of your rivals, Sharon, I think? Sharon, whatever his name is, whose entire message throughout the game that he learns as you're playing is that it's more about the journey than the end result. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I probably will never do a Let's Play of Pokemon Black or White, so that's the message I'm going to give to you today. Yeah, enjoy the journey and don't assume the result will be amazing, because the journey will affect you a lot more than whatever the ending is. Well, no, I'm not going to question my own. Sorry, I have this habit of questioning things that people say to me, and for some reason I tried to question what I said to myself there. Yeah, okay. Maybe I am a little bit crazy. Ah, well. Everyone's a little bit crazy. That's a fact. I think I'm trying to sing to the tune of Avenue Q, but I can't sing or listen to the Avenue Q songs in ages. No. If you don't know what Avenue Q is, check it out, it's quite cool. I won't go into detail here because, you know, this isn't about stage shows. This is about Pokemon. And despite me getting derailed at the slightest thought of something else. Ah, well. I think this is a new trainer type, actually. Kindler. I don't remember Kindlers. I remember flame people who use flame. I can't remember what they were called. Flame masters? No, that doesn't make any sense. Flamethrower? No. Whatever, Kindler. We haven't seen that trainer type yet, I don't think. So that's new. It's nice. And there's a Torchic, which we thoroughly destroy. Yeah. We don't see that many Combuscans or Blazikens just yet, which is a shame, because Pamela's just tearing through them at this stage, so, yeah. Oh well, I can't make any Type Wild references. Not yet, at least. Although, saying that, Torchic is an assist for Blaziken, I think. I think, or Combusken. I guess either would make sense. And it just goes out and, like, spits a bit of fire, and goes off on its merry chickeny way. Yes. Please, I need a romantic battle. Oh my gosh! She's trying to find a romantic battle with a 10-year-old. I'm not 10. The character in the game is 10. At least in canon he is. I don't know what he is in this game. It reaches a point when you get when you have to think about the lore of video games and what's canon and what's not, and it all just gets so very confusing. See, that is why I'm not a massive fan of massively multiplayer games, because the lore is just ridiculous, and I'm a guy who likes his stories, you know. Yeah, I like the story behind a game. Games like Morrowind or Oblivion, I love the story in that. I know that it's a massive RPG, but at least it doesn't have like contradictions everywhere, and it's still ambiguous enough so that you can come to your own conclusions, and it's kind of pushing you on your way into making your own story about your character. It's what a role-playing game should be. And I know it's awful, it really is, but every time I play an RPG, I always have to compare it to Oblivion. I don't even do it deliberately, it's just I enjoyed that game so much, it's just in the back of my head, always happening. Or I compare it to Pokémon, because it's turn-based combat and stuff. Yeah, Pokémon and Oblivion, probably my biggest favourite RPGs. Pokémon in the JRPG corner, Japanese role-playing game, which is more like turn-based combat and stuff, and ridiculous anime characters, which actually adds a bit of comedy to the game at points. And Oblivion for the whole retake on the genre, and the more westernised RPG, I'd assume. But yeah, so, well, you've learnt something about me today, that's nice. Yeah. I mean, RPGs like Pokémon really, I really support them, because it's introducing kids to into a new world that's a new genre as well. Because RPGs are a lot more. I mean, I'm not trying to offend everyone, but I don't really like Call of Duty, because it reaches a point where you just stop thinking and it all just happens. And I don't really like that. I kind of like having a strategy to these things, having to think about what your opponent's going to do and what you have to do to counter it all. And that's why RPGs are so amazing to me, and they really, really define most of my childhood. Those and Crash Bandicoot. I mean, you know, yeah. Sorry, I went on a rant about amazing RPGs and stuff. You know, I'm passionate about my hobbies, you know. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, let's actually focus on things. This is Altering Cave. It's actually a real cave in Fire Red, and Leaf Green, of course, that never really got used. In the character file, in the, files of the game, there were, Pokemon set for it. Like, really rare Pokemon that you can't find anywhere else. But they were never actually implemented into the game, so you can't actually catch them despite them being there, which was interesting. And I wish I knew more about it, but I read that article ages ago, and for all I know, I'm thinking of a completely different cave, because I do that occasionally. I just completely forget what's what and what's not, and, you know, it happens to the best of us. Anyway, I've been off on so many tangents today, I don't even know where I am. Turns out the answer is at the end, so thank you very, very much for watching. I guess I'm afraid I have to say adieu.